What's good with y'all, man? So today we're gonna be going over the top 10 most underrated cards in MUT, and basically what does underrated mean? Just cards that aren't used a lot, they don't get their credit. You know what I mean? Cards people kind of look past. You just don't see them a lot, but they're good. These are all good cards. Not a single card on here is bad. And you could use it right now, and you could get it 25 wins a week in league. Yeah, they're like that. Um. Or we speak on it from the past when they were really good and people still just didn't use them. I don't know if there's any cards like that on the list. I can't remember. Like it takes me a while to put these lists together. So I gotta look and like remember who the fuck's even on the list. That ass. So let's get to the list though. At number 10, start off the list, we got Mr. Kyle Williams. Now Kyle Williams is obviously very good, arguably the best defensive tackle in the game. Probably is, not sure, but really it's just because I feel like I don't see him out there a lot, and maybe y'all might see him a lot, but that's why I put him at 10, because it was like, you know what I mean, like it's kind of, he's a little borderline underrated, really, just because like do we see him out there a lot? And it's not like he's a whole lot of coins. Like he's not like it's not like he's base 1,700,000. I think he's like 400K or some shit like that. So you know, people get their hands on him, they just choose not to. Really, that's what I think it is. But yeah, Kyle's really good. That's why I put him at 10. He's a borderline one, but yeah. At number 9, we got Mr. Ryan Tannehill. Now Ryan Tannehill, obviously you don't see this card a lot at all, right? And I'm pretty sure out of all the field general quarterbacks, I want to say he's the second best behind Mr. Rich Gannon. I want to say he's the second best behind him, because I mean, he does get Gunslinger and Hot Rod Master, but obviously you can't put both on. You got to choose which one you want. But really it's because he's got that speed, 86 speed, throwing with a power up 87. Now sprinter 89. Shit, theme team, he's like 91. So that's really why you just don't see Tannehill a lot. And I feel like he's not bad. I mean, if you like, you know, Hot Rod Master and all that shit, I feel like he's the route to go. Obviously other than Rich Gannon, if you like, you know, if you like to spice it up a little bit, he's also really questionable. I think everyone after, okay, so everyone after this isn't really questionable. I think they should, you know, definitely be on the list, but him and Kyle Williams are kind of like, it's iffy, like, you know what I mean? Tannehill, I mean, he's definitely underrated because you don't see Tannehill, all right, you don't see him. But yeah. At number 8, we got Heinz Ward. Now Heinz Ward, you might think he's a little too high on the list. He should have been a little bit lower, maybe, I don't know. But Heinz Ward, I'll be honest, like even when because I go against Pittsburgh theme teams, and I'll be honest, sometimes I don't even see Heinz Ward out there. I don't know why. This is actually a really good card. You know, if you get his power up, sprinter, all that shit, you get the guy up to like 97 speed, and he's just overall really good. Now I know before why a lot of people couldn't get him, because he was just really expensive and he didn't have a power up, and his power up was, and when it came out, it was expensive as shit. So it was really hard to get your hands on him for a while. But now that it's a little bit easier to get your hands on him, still don't see him a whole lot. And I mean, he's a good card, especially for the theme team, you know, like 99 speed and shit. So, I mean, Heinz overall, he was a dub. At number 7, we got Derrick Thomas. Now, I know when Derrick Thomas first came out, pretty much mostly everybody had Derrick Thomas, but that was a while ago, right? Now, you don't see anybody with Derrick Thomas. But the thing is, you know, now I would consider him an underrated card, because you can still use Derrick Thomas, and he's very good, and he's dirt cheap as well. He's not even 100K, right? Y'all remember how long I had Derrick Thomas, bro? Like him and Javon Curtis were the dynamic duo. I could still put Derrick Thomas in my lineup right now, and I know he'll still give me some sacks. So that's the thing with Derrick Thomas. He's the ageless wonder, bro. Like back then though, no, he was, you know, he was the guy. Now, you know, people don't even think about getting him, which I think makes him underrated, because, you know, he's still very fucking good. So go get you a Derrick Thomas. At number 6, we got Mr. Miles Sanders. Now, if y'all know, with the Eagles theme team, bro, Miles Sanders is the best running back in the game. I mean, this guy just, like, he breaks tackles like Bo Jackson. You know, he's sticky like Randy Moss. I mean, the card really isn't fair. And you would, like, even if you don't have Eagles theme team, dog, I'd recommend picking up Miles Sanders, because he does have that 91 break tackle and 91 control direction. He could have been lower on the list, but you know, I know a lot of you guys, y'all just hate on the Eagles, so you know what I mean. But Miles Sanders is great, bro, especially if you need a running back, bro. Cheap. Well, I don't know how cheap he actually is, but he's under 100K. Hopefully he's under 100K. But Miles Sanders is the GOAT, man. At number 5, we got Mr. Antrell Roll. Now Antrell Roll, I don't know how well he would hold up today, But I know back then when he first came out, in my opinion, he was one of like the best corners in the game. And people, it's kind of like the Derrick Thomas situation. You're like, well, no, actually, it's kind of like reverse the Derrick Thomas situation, right? Back then, everyone used Derrick Thomas, Antro Rowe. I feel like nobody really used him like that. Like I feel like he was such a really good corner. I always wanted to get him, but I never got him. I just felt like he was really good at 6 foot. He was really fast. Like even today, I feel like with a theme team, you get him up to 97 speed, you can still get away. You can still use him. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I just felt like this card it never got love. And I always showed it love back in the day. I always showed it love, but I just felt like the card never got love, man. At number 4, we got Jeremy Shockey. Now Shockey, I'll be honest. Let me see what his deep route run is real quick. Okay, yeah, okay. Like Shockey, I'll be honest. Like today, Shockey still holds up. You can still use him because he has, as long as you run and go deep, he has all 90 deep route running, right? So he meets all the thresholds. Speed wise, yeah, he only gets up to 89, right? Same team, you get him up a little bit more, but the fact that he has all 90, route running, it can make up for some of that speed loss. I'll be honest, it really can. So, Shockey, back then when he first came out, he was really good. I felt like, and he was used a little bit. And he's 6'5" also. Don't forget about that. But he wasn't used enough. I feel like you could still get away with Shockey at 89 speed with sprinter. Obviously, I feel like you could low-key still get away with Shockey. Because he's not that much either, and tight ends are kind of expensive. You look at like Tony G, Jermichael, unless you're using Jonnu, like your boy, which I feel like a lot of people use Jonnu though, because he's just cheap as fuck and he's really good. But Shockey's not a bad alternative either. At number 3, we got Devonte Parker. Now Devonte Parker, obviously for a while, what's the reason nobody picked him up? You couldn't, right? He was expensive as shit because he only had a limited time. Well, now he has a series redux, so he's obviously a lot fucking cheaper now. And I'm surprised people aren't using him. He's actually pretty good. Power up sprinter, get him up to like 96 speed. And overall, he even back then, like I know I said no one could use him, but he was just always a really good card. 6'3", 96 speed, all 90 plus route run period. The cars is overall really good, especially if you have a Miami theme team. I mean, this is a must. You have to pick Devonte Parker up. I mean, you're probably, he might even be endgame for the Miami theme teams. I'll be honest, but yeah, I mean, the cars is really solid, man. It just sucks they really never got no love. Like a lot of these cars, I feel like some of them they just never got the love. You know what I mean? Devonte Parker, like I've never won against Devonte Parker, never have. You know what I mean? Just sucks he never, because I like the Dolphins low key, man. I like Devonte Parker. I feel like he's underrated in real life. You know what I mean? I feel like he's one of them guys. But yeah. At number 2, we got the legend himself, Javon Curtis. Y'all already know. The day this card came out, we picked it up, right? I've barely ever went against Javon Curtis in my life, but the day this card came out, we picked it up. He's still on the team. I mean, there's just something about this card that he just doesn't play like anybody else. He says, dog, fuck the stats, I'm gonna go get this sack. And it's just he's just amazing, bro. Like I just don't know what it is about him. Like he plays over the stats. Like this card is still on my team. I mean, he came out in what, October, I think? Dog, I don't even remember. He's still on the team. And he just produces better than my other, like I have Hassan Reddick on the other side. He's better than Hassan Reddick. I don't understand. I don't get it. You know what I mean? But Javon is just he's the ageless wonder, bro. He's just like, if you don't got Javon, bro, what are you doing? Number 1, we got Calvin Ridley. Now Calvin Ridley, when his card came out, I was like, why aren't people using this card that much? I would see it here and there, but I was like, why don't damn near everyone have this Calvin Ridley on their team, right? You'd see people with Reek. Like, why would you want Reek over Calvin Ridley? Because I'm speaking on when the Zero Chill shit first came out and all these cards came out, right? People still using Reek over Calvin Ridley, and I'm just like, why, right? They both have over 90 all route running. They're the same speed, except Calvin Ridley's way fucking taller than him. And Reek's garbage. He's fucking trash. But Calvin Ridley's just bigger, taller, You know what I mean? Like, why are people using this card? And he was way cheaper. Like, Reek like 500K, Ridley like 200K. I'm like, what the hell? Like that, you know what I mean? I just never understood. And I feel like the card is still good, like, especially on a theme team. I mean, the man's literally 99 speed. Like, I feel like, you know, forget the theme team. He's still 97 speed with power up sprinter, all that shit. He's still a really good card, and I just never understood why people don't use it. Like, you can still use this card right now and he'll be really fucking good. You know what I mean? I don't know. I never really understood it. Like, I feel like the card was really good, and I used it. You know, he made huge plays for me. He was really good for me. I liked him. He was somewhat sticky too. I'll be honest. He had a little stick to him. And you know, that's why I feel like Ridley's number one, because I feel like out of all these cards, he was just really good. And just, even there's a lot of cards like that you could say, but I just feel like Ridley should be number one. You know what I mean? These are just 10 cards, period. Underrated. They either don't get the love now or they didn't get the love back then. You know what I mean? And they're still good. So that's basically gonna do it, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Fuck with your boy, man. I'm out.